guys, so today I have a Mysticum Luna PINSCRIPTION unboxing to do. I am only 22 days late. New record. So this box did arrive at the very beginning of the month. We will be getting another one in around 10 days time, which is very exciting. So I thought it's probably about time I sit down and actually, you know, film the one that we got in the month of April. So again, I don't think I've seen any spoilers. I'm not too sure. I see a lot of stuff on Instagram and it's been 20 odd days since everyone else received these boxes, so I can't remember if I have actually seen any spoilers. If I did, I didn't feel disappointed, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But as far as I can remember, I haven't had any spoilers. So Mysticum Luna do this PINSCRIPTION. They send 2 mystery pins every month at the beginning of the month, and you pay on whichever day you set it up. So originally I did set it up on the 11th, so I was paying on the 11th every month, but then PayPal messed me around and blah blah blah, so I had to reapply for the PINSCRIPTION. So now I pay on the 2nd of every month, which is kind of handy because I know that I get this through on the 1st, and it reminds me that the next day I will be paying £8 for the next month's box. So it costs £8 for the box. If you think shipping is probably around £2, which then makes the pins around £3 each, which is a very reasonable price for like enamel pins, especially for this quality, and especially since they are also limited edition. Now if you do see any pins in this box that you particularly like, they do sometimes do kind of like little flash sales of them, where they do have like a few extras, but it is kind of a case of these are limited edition, and once they are gone, they are gone. So this month we have a white box, and it does have some different stamps on it. We have had these stamps before, but I don't believe that we have had them in this blue colour. So there's some little pentagrams, some little crescent moons, little skulls, and also these kind of like ring sort of things. It does have the Mysticum Luna logo there, and it was sent first class, so it does get here super quickly, and on the back it does just have the return address. So I'm going to open up this box. Ooh, and inside you can see that it is a blue theme, so that correlates with the stamps on the front. So it says ML for Mysticum Luna, it says PINSCRIPTION at the bottom, and then we have the bags in these gorgeous like blue teal colours. We have definitely not had this colour before. I was digging last month's one because it was in this gorgeous red, but I do really love this blue. And then we have our little business card stuck at the back. So it says Mysticum Luna with their little logo, which is a witch's ball, a crescent moon and a skull, and it says that it's established in 2014, and on the back it says thank you for your order. It has this little laughing skull, and then it tells you to tag them on Instagram at Mysticum Luna, hashtag Mysticum Luna, and as always I will leave all the information that you need down below as to where to actually subscribe for the PINSCRIPTION, as well as where to find Mysticum Luna's Instagram and also their shop, so you can check out all of their other cool witchy stuff. While I'm here, I might as well tell you, last time I did a PINSCRIPTION unboxing, which wasn't really that long ago, I was checking my phone and I told you it's because they were bringing out some kind of coffin themed things. Now I was fully intending to buy some coffin earrings and potentially a coffin necklace, but then I saw this coffin hip flask and I couldn't resist, so I bought the coffin hip flask. I'm so pleased with it. I was going to do a separate video, but I feel like there's not really much to say other than that it is a coffin hip flask. It's a really nice metal, it's all very nicely made. I have actually put a liquid in there and it didn't leak, which is fantastic, and I absolutely love it so much. It's not something I thought I'd ever need, and I'm not sure how often I'm going to use it, but it's definitely something I'm very pleased to now have in my collection. And I believe this was around £20, which is, I think, a fantastic price for like a solid metal hip flask. So there you go. There's something else that you can get on Mysticum Luna's website. So back to the PINSCRIPTION unboxing. I've got my pin jacket here, which is just getting horrendously heavy and full. Honestly, I don't really wear my pin jacket out now just because it is getting so heavy. I have put some of my pins on a leather jacket just to kind of even it out a little bit, but I'm not sure how much further I can go with this jacket. I think it looks really cool, but honestly I can't wear it for more than about an hour before like my shoulders hurt from being like pulled forward. First world problems. So we've got these two little blind bags, so I'm going to open this one first. So it feels like quite a large pin. It does feel like it may be rectangular. So with these bags you rip the top off, which I can never seem to do with much skill, and then open up the bag and the pin is inside. So let's have a feel. It definitely is in a rectangular feeling. It has some kind of like raised parts in it. So it is black and silver. Oh, cute. So this is, I definitely haven't seen this pin before. It's kind of like a serpent themed pin, and they have actually had a serpent kind of collection come out. I think it was quite a while ago now, so perhaps this will kind of tie in really nicely with some of the pieces from that collection. So it is, as you can see, rectangular. It's black and silver, which I really love this combination on a pin. Mysticum Luna have sent quite a few pins in their pinscriptions which have been in black and silver, so I'm very excited to kind of add this to that little kind of collection on my jacket. It has a pentagram in the middle. I'm really pleased that it's pointing that way. I know that it's not necessarily a bad thing if your pentagram is inverted, but me personally, I like my pentagram to be this way up. And then it has these little kind of serpents wrapping around. It is like a symmetrical design, and hopefully you can see the silver bit is actually kind of raised out from the back. It is a silver pin on the back with one clasp, and it's really nice as well because I don't think I have any rectangular pins which kind of go this way up. I know we have got a Mysticum Luna pin that kind of sits portrait, but it's nice to have a kind of more landscape kind of pin, if that makes sense. So as always, I now have to try and find a space on my jacket. You should be able to see that we have got like this dead is the new black and silver and black. We've got a rose, we've got a skull, we've got a stiletto and a coffin, all in this kind of black and silver theme, all from Mysticum Luna's pinscription. I'm going to take this patch off. This is my perfect example of why if I don't iron on patches, they just come off. I mean, if I don't sew iron on patches, they just come off. So that's given me a handy dandy space right at the top now. So I'm going to put this right here above the dead is the new black pin, and next to my little ghosty pin. There you go, it sits on there really nicely. I like the fact that these kind of pins are going together. As you can see, it kind of ties in with that kind of black and silver theme. I did also get this pin as well in the pinscription, so another pin to add to the black and silver kind of theme. I'm really pleased with this pin. It feels like it's on there nice and sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's gonna flick off, and yeah, very pleased with it. So pin number 2, let's see if I can take, ooh, first time, got the top off, open it up. So this pin feels, wow, okay, so this feels like another quite large pin. I'm not really sure on the shape. It seems to have lots of various different spiky kind of edges, and it is something black and silver again. Oh my goodness, that's so cool. So this is a pin kind of with writing on. I feel like it will go very nicely with the pin that we just got. And it does say Sinister Soul. I'll tell you a fun fact which some of you may know and some of you don't. My surname is actually Soul. Like, that is my second name. So I'm always really excited when I find things with the word soul on. So it says Sinister Soul, and in the middle it says Mysticum Luna. And it does have a broomstick in the middle, which unfortunately has been snapped or broken in half. Obviously they flew into a tree or something, but I really like this style. I don't know if any of you are also going to feel this, but for some reason I think it may just be the shape. It is reminding me of Heinz, like the brand Heinz that make tomato ketchup. I'm not sure why it's reminding me of their logo. Again, I think it's just the shape, but I do really like the pin. As you can see right there in very tiny letters, it says Mysticum Luna. Now this is like a completely smooth pin. The silver isn't raised at all, and it will fit in really nicely with the other black and silver pins that we've got. On the back it has one clasp and it is silver. So I'm very excited again to find somewhere. I think I'm going to put this next to the first pin that we got in this box. England is having a heat wave right now and I'm just not coping very well. Okay, so it sits on there really nicely. I've put it next to this little noose pin that we got in February's box. Or was it March's box? No, March's box I think. But it does go really nicely with all these other kind of black and silver pins that we've got. I really like the size of it. It's like the perfect size. You're able to read the writing quite nicely. And yeah, I'm just really, really pleased with that pin. So that was April's Pinscription. I have to say, like, it wasn't like overwhelmingly my style of pins, but like nevertheless I'm still really pleased with the pins. I definitely still think it was worth the money and I still really like them. They're the kind of pins I don't think I would have chosen if I had seen them like in store. Well, actually, I probably would have chosen the second one. I'm not sure if I would have chosen the first one if I'd seen it in store, but I'm still really pleased to have it. I still think it fits in really nicely with my collection on my pin jacket. And yes, I'm very excited for next month's Pinscription. I have also found out as well that the lady that owns and makes all the pieces for Simply Gothic, who you guys are probably very familiar with, she is also just kind of signed up for Pinscription as well, so it's going to be really exciting to have someone else who's sort of opening it alongside me, because I always find it really fun with subscription boxes, especially like with Spooky Box Club, where I've got kind of multiple friends across the internet dotted around who are all kind of getting the boxes, and we're all kind of excited together, looking forward to it together, and when they come we can have a little kind of natter about what we got and what we liked and what we didn't like, etc. So I'm very excited for next month's box. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I'll leave all the information in the description. If you do have any questions or comments, please do leave them down below. If it is this sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I'll see you next time. Bye!